Patrick Beverley and Russell Westbrook, old friends reunited once again.
They got to be happy that they're not having to be roommates, right? The way it used to be when back in the day in the NBA when they were roommates on the road.
You had to split the room. You get to this side of my room is my room. Put the tape down.
2 single beds.
It's funny because this goes one of two ways. Either someone's got to go, or they actually end up being like really good friends. Because that's a weird thing that happens a lot in the league where there's someone you don't like, and then you get traded to the team, and then you realize, oh, we're not so different, you and I.
So you think the opinion was formed without knowing each other?
Well, I mean, the opinion was formed because in the throes of competition, right, where Russell Westbrook was dribbling to the sideline, crossing half court, which is internationally known. They're going to call a timeout. Everyone just kind of
they point to the referee when they're crossing half court.
They lay back, and Patrick Beverley didn't stop. And so he kind of undercut him. Westbrook gets hurt, and I think he tears something in his knee, and it ends up being something that is a nagging injury for him for quite a while. And so that was the birth of, like, I don't like this guy because he kind of went outside rules of engagement. Patrick Beverley's response is, well, ref hasn't whistled, so I'm going to play through the whistle. Also, I guess I can't remember whether it was earlier in the series or earlier in the season for him. Someone had did the thing where they point and then they didn't call the timeout. They turned the corner and got to the basket. So Patrick Bev was like, well, I can't.
So if that's true, I'm not sure he and Westbrook will become friends then.
Yeah, I mean, there's also a part where I don't think Beverley has the self-awareness to understand, okay, how can I repair this relationship now that we'll be teammates?
You think LeBron takes part of that? I do.
I mean, probably.
LeBron was aware this trade is happening.
Oh, yeah,
aware
right.
of the history with
They're
Westbrook.
running everything by him.
I think one of the funny things was, 12 months ago, 18 months ago, THT was an untouchable. And now he gets traded for Patrick.
Nobody's
Beverley.
Untouchable.
No, but that was
they were trying to inflate that trade chip. They don't have very many trade chips there.
They had an opportunity to get Kyle Lowry before Kyle Lowry came to Miami when he was in Toronto at the trade deadline. And Toronto's like, well, we want Taylor Horton-Tucker. And the Lakers said, absolutely not. And then about a year and a half later, they trade him for a guy that
it happens, right?
I mean,
but this
people go
does
from
help
untouchable
them,
to
right?
available.
This is a decent move, no?
I think it's so marginal. And THT had a bad year. He had a bad year, but he had a really good year the year before that. He's so young that I would have just rather said, well, maybe he'll bounce back this year rather than give up on him for a guy who's past his expiration date. And again, I feel like it lacks the self-awareness that you need